want to talk to you about the vision and how it actually make it happen, or uh, maybe just follow the steps and see the vision come to pass. Maybe that's a better word. Make it happen sometimes feels that you have to push it somehow. So let's say you get a vision from God, and it's very compelling vision. It's like a big vision or small vision. It can be like a huge vision, but also it can be something small in a sense that it's a step. Like something you see in your imagination. Let's say this is your mind, and this is your like imagination, and then you see some picture and something, I don't know, either like a house or a room or something, or some specific thing. So first thing is to we want it so badly. You see the vision, you see it as you already have it, and basically Bible says that when you ask, believe that you received it, and you shall have it. So it starts with a kind of sense that I already like I want it and I have it, and God implants that kind of vision. Now when we go move into action and start doing something, tendency is that the reality is very different than what we saw in the picture. There's lots of roadblocks, lots of like problems, different kind of things, and the tendency many times for the people who haven't overcome multiple things or even overcome it, tendency is to sort of like bounce back and think like, well, did they hear wrong? Was this like a correct, or is this just my own imagination? And sometimes it can be just own lust and own imagination, but sometimes and many times it is like what God is leading us to do. But He also wants us to learn to overcome the problems. So there is like a specific problem, this roadblock, and to understand that always there's going to be different kind of roadblocks and problems that we will have to overcome in order for that vision come to pass. And because in the imaginary world, or where the vision comes from, come inside, there is no problems there. There is no roadblocks. There is no sort of you can anything can be possible. So, for instance, let's say the situation is that, okay, this is the things that you see, and there's multiple things that you like imagined, and it's like all very nice and really and easy to see. But then like you come into this, let's say, like represents like reality. So there's lots of other things in their place, and it's hard to build something because those things first, these like all these things here needs to be removed or somehow resolved. So like I know either there's financial situation or whatever, so it needs to be communicated that you'll need finances for specific things. Then you'll need people, you need training. In the beginning of the vision, everything things seems so simple and easy, but in reality, there is so many things you will need to learn and grow that the vision will come to pass. So sort of expect that there will be certain challenges that you will have to overcome, and it's kind of like moving towards vision is constant overcoming of challenges. So and it's to have a healthy expectation that with every vision will come specific amount of challenges. The bigger the vision, the more challenges there will be, but it's all worth it. But it's important to come with the right expectation. Now I want to talk about concerning vision, the word diligence. And diligence means that it's something that when you do, you have intention to follow through. And then, for instance, in the beginning, like I said, the things look easy, but later on, things become like harder. And the idea is that um, not to drop the vision just because it's harder, but how to become stronger, smarter, stronger, smarter, or better in whatever you need to accomplish. So then it's like, okay, then I need to grow, and that requires humility. It means that we come to the Lord, and for instance, this is you, and then you come to the Lord and you ask, Lord, help me to become better, become stronger, become whatever I need to be in order for your vision to come to pass. Because if we don't do that, we just bounce from one thing to another, because I see many people just, instead of like following the steps and doing the small things that needs to be done, they just jump to from one vision to another, and they're like, oh, this is big vision, oh, this is amazing, this is amazing. So they're just following feelings and following good emotions, but not really following through with a diligence the vision that is given. Because when God speaks, it's serious. We have to listen. So in terms of like what would be a good example, like I was working like on the project with carpentry, and there was a very like heavy slabs. So let's say like there is multiple these heavy slabs, and there is a floor, and the idea would be that I would need to like bring from the room that there was slabs were, and put them like on the floor, uh, and the idea that it would raise the floor, because here like floor is higher, so it needs to be like put those slabs in order to level the floor, and they're very heavy. So these are very heavy, and it's very like difficult to carry by yourself. And the room is like very big, and it would take lots of strength, and I was kind of dreading the task. But then I thought like, well, okay, I pray. So I didn't know what to do, but then I said like, hey, I can pray to God. So I prayed to the Lord for the solution, and expecting Lord giving solution. And actually, one time I was very tired and took a nap, and then Lord give me a solution while actually I was sleeping. Boom, the idea come to mind, and the idea was to make specific device. The device had the wheels. It had sort of like it was connected, and it had this sort of like thing that you place the slab into. So the and then I can just basically hold the slab, and drive it together with it to the place where I need to place it. And at first, it sounded, wow, this is amazing vision of the device. And then I try to find the things. So I find the wheels, I find the wood, whatever is needed, and I make this device. But the problem that it didn't work. It didn't hold inside. It didn't move properly. It will sort of like almost crack the slab. So the desire would have been maybe to sort of, this didn't work. Maybe this wasn't from God. This doesn't work. But in terms of diligence, you need to take a different thought. Okay, this probably was from God, but it needs correction. And the correction means that I need to, this device yet doesn't work as I saw in the vision. So it needs a little bit of adjustment. So I made a longer, like a bigger wood, and actually made it a little bit tighter. So instead of like the distance between those woods were like a little bit too big, so I make it very short that the block just fit inside this gypsy thing that I was using, just would fit right in, and made some adjustments, corrections. So I made multiple corrections, and eventually, boom, it worked. It actually worked very well. I finished the whole project, and it was easier to do it by myself than with many people. So instead of giving up on the vision that I saw this device, I actually made a corrections, and I didn't give up in the sense that, oh, this doesn't work. This may be some stupid idea. But the idea is that you don't need to drop the idea when you see something. It just needs to be developed and corrected. And you don't have to be afraid that it didn't work out first time. Many times it needs many adjustments. So it's similar, like imagine would be a lock, and there is multiple keys on the lock. So the vision is like you that you get like, okay, this is like a first key, the vision. Then there is another correction. So like this is like vision, and then small corrections is like opening the lock, and eventually like boom, it pops up, and then the lock is open, and then you can go and accomplish what you need to accomplish. So that's what very important, that if you want to like the things to unlock in your life, you shouldn't drop the visions that God give you. And the idea is that you do small adjustments, that until this gets unlocked. and that's how the visions come to pass in a small or big way. In many times, the big vision will require lots of smaller visions. So if it's a very big vision, it will be like multiple small pictures or visions to overcome the problems. So the this small visions that you get will make this big vision come to pass. So that's about vision and how to um, uh, see it come to pass. And it's all constant prayer, constant adjustments, constant course correction, and you get to the place where you need to go. So that's that.